Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier, and today I'm going to teach you how to play my arrangement of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the main theme. I've done a cover version of it, so today I'm going to teach you how to play that, so I'm going to show you all the tabs. Just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, if you could give me a like on the video, the thumbs up, and put your comments in the comments section, like your requests for any songs or what you'd like to learn. Also, I've set up a Patreon account where you can support me. I don't like charging for this, so if you want to support me, I've put it just down as $1 a month. You can go on there on Patreon if you put Andy Hillier, or I'll put a link in the description as well, just in case you want to support me. Okay, let's get down to it. We've got quite a lot to get through, so we've got 8 lines of music. I left my guitar in standard tuning because I hate different tunings. So the first line slowly sounds like this. So for that, I'm putting my second finger on E2 and playing the open B string at the same time. And I'm trying to keep that note on. You could just take your finger off and play the rest if it's easier for you. But it's nice if you can get that to keep ringing. And then we hammer on to B2. So you're playing the E string and the B string, and then hammer on to B2. And then B3. And then a little hammer on and pull off from 2 to 3 back to 2. So you got, and then we're going to play the open B, G2, and then B. So the first bar goes. The second bar is hammer on from B to B2 again. Then the B3, and then the hammer on and pull off from 2 to 3 back to 2. Open B, G2, D4, and back to G2. So the second bar goes, there's a rest at the beginning of the beat, so it goes rest. So the first 2 bars go. Into the next bar, it's the same idea, you just haven't, or the next 2 bars are exactly the same idea, you just don't play the bass note. So you got, bar 5 is the same idea, but we've got fret 3 on the E string, and the same, so you'll have to switch your fingers around. So you've got, okay, so if we do the whole line slowly, it goes 3, 4. Okay, the next bar, so the next line, it's the same idea. And then the next bar sort of starts the same. And you just leave it there on that open B string. So bar 7. And then into bar 8, we play the E3 and open B at the same time. So that kind of feels like the intro of the song. So let's try and put the first 2 lines together slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. On to the next line. The next line is pretty straightforward. It goes. So we've got bar 9, B2 and E3 at the same time, and then B3 and E3, and we've got to do this big stretch. We've got E5 and E2, so E5 nearest to the floor and E2 nearest to your face. Then you play an E2 on its own into bar 11, another E2, E2. I'm using my first finger just barred across to play the G2 into bar 12, E3 and the B string, another E3, bar 13, E3, B on its own, B2 and E3 at the same time, and then B3 on the B string. So let's try that line. We'll play it a bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next line. So for that we've got open A string, B3, open A and B5 at the same time, back to B3, E2, B, E2 and B2 at the same time, and then B3. So the first 2 bars go. Into the next bar we've got E3 and B string at the same time, another E3, E3, then open B, B2 and E3 at the same time, and then B3 on the end, so that bar 17 goes. So let's try the whole of that line. Here we go. On to the next line, bar 18. We've got E5 and E2, same idea we did before. Then there's a B, and then you go to the open B string with E3 in the bass. B, B2, B3. So that line should be pretty straightforward. Let's try that. Ready? And. And then the next line, we've got open A. Well, let me just play this line for you. It goes. So for that line, we've got the open A string, then B3, then open A string and B5, back to B3, so the first bar. Then in bar 23, you've got E2, G4, then B2 and E2 at the same time, then fret 3, and you keep that on, that B3, and then just play the E2 twice on bar 24, and then I've got this like sus4 chord, which is my first finger's barred across the second fret. I'm just using my little finger on G4. I play the E string, the G string and the B string, and then I add the E string nearest to the floor on that last hit. So that line goes. On to the next line. This line I found a little bit tricky. So it's the same as the first line, but I just added an extra bass notes in, so it should be alright. So you got. Okay, so it's the same idea, but you're just getting these extra bass notes. So the first bar slowly goes. Try that again. Then the next bar goes. So if we put the first 2 bars together, you got. And then it's the same idea on fret 3 in the next 2 bars. that's a little bit tricky, that line. So let's try that line, whole line. Here it goes. 3, 4. The next line's basically is exactly the same thing. It's just a repeat of that. Okay, and then we go right back to the beginning and literally play the first line, the second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line, sixth line. So just play the first 6 lines again. One extra little bit I did, when I went on to the third line, I just added extra bass notes. So I just kept my thumb going on quavers. And that was the whole song. Okay, so let's try and put it all together then. That little tuition video of mine. If you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, that'd be amazing. It's Andy Hillier. If you could give me a thumbs up on the video, leave me some comments, let me know where in the world you're from, if you've enjoyed the video, and put your requests in the comment section as well. I've also started a Patreon page, so if you want to donate to me, that would be amazing. There's also some merchandise down below where you can get some t-shirts, hoodies, stickers and stuff like that. Thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier and I'll see you next time.